One person dead following late-night shooting. Police pursuing suspect believed to have robbed St. George Market. And your weekend weather forecast coming up with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. Police are investigating a deadly shooting in Santa Clara late Thursday night. Officers responded to reports of gunfire near Santa Clara View Drive, finding one person dead and another injured. The suspect, initially believed to be at large, was later identified as an occupant of the home and arrested on suspicion of murder. The investigation is ongoing, and police are asking anyone with information to call 435-652-1122. St. George police are searching for a suspect who allegedly robbed a mini market on West Sunset Boulevard, fleeing with cash after brandishing a firearm. For more on the story, we'll go to Nick Fiala.
St. George police investigated a robbery which occurred late Thursday morning in a mini market on West Sunset Boulevard. A man reportedly brandished a firearm in the store before fleeing the scene with an undisclosed amount of money. Store owner Jeffrey Martinez later confirmed that the robbery took place at his store, but said he could not provide any further information. St. George Public Information Officer Tiffany Mitchell released an update later that evening stating that the suspect has been identified. Shortly after 6 p.m. that night, Mitchell confirmed to St. George News that the suspect has not yet been apprehended, but said, quote, "We know who he is," unquote. As of that time, the investigation is still ongoing.
Thanks, Nick. Now we'll take a look at your weekend weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. Currently in St. George, it's cloudy with a temperature of 55 degrees. Tonight, expect increasing cloudiness with a low around 35 degrees. Tomorrow, Saturday, look for clouds with a mix of sun, a high near 61 and a low of 41. Sunday will be mild with intervals of clouds and sun, reaching a high of 67 and a low of 43. In Mesquite, it's currently cloudy at 60 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 38 degrees. Saturday brings sun through high clouds, a high of 64 and a low of 44. Sunday will be warmer with intervals of clouds and sunshine, a high near 70 and a low of 47. For Cedar City, it's also cloudy at 50 degrees at the moment. Expect increasing clouds tonight with a low of 33. Saturday will be mild with a high of 56 and a low of 41. Sunday's forecast includes times of clouds and sun, breezy in the afternoon with a high of 60 and a low of 43. Firefighters in Cedar City rescued two workers stranded 50 feet in the air after their boom lift malfunctioned in a business parking lot on the south side of town. Here's Jeff Richards for more on the rescue.
Firefighters in Cedar City successfully rescued two men whose boom lift stopped working, leaving them stranded 50 feet in the air. The incident happened early Thursday afternoon in a business parking lot on Sage Drive. The men, who were sign company workers, called for help after their equipment malfunctioned. Cedar City Fire Department personnel responded with a ladder truck and were able to bring both men safely back down to the ground.
Thanks, Jeff. A bill requiring emergency shelters across Utah to accommodate people with pets during disasters has passed out of the committee and is now before the state Senate. For more on what this could mean for pet owners, here's Maury Kessler.
Last week, a bill that would require counties, cities, and towns to designate at least one emergency shelter accommodating both people and their pets survived its first hurdle in the legislature by passing a Senate committee. Utah's Senate Bill 97 is sponsored by Senator Jen Plum, who told the committee the bill was inspired by similar Florida legislation and addresses safety concerns during emergencies, as some people refuse to evacuate without their pets, which endangers themselves and first responders. Animal advocates attending the committee hearing highlighted how allowing pets in shelters supports mental health and compliance with evacuation orders, citing cases like an 85-year-old Los Angeles fire victim who stayed behind for her pets. SB 97 passed committee with a 4-1 vote last Friday and awaits a second reading in the Senate.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.